Are we sinful for what is happening in Palestine? I feel like there is not much we can do besides boycotting, spreading awareness, and praying. Is there more to do, and is it enough? Um, Jazakallah khairan for your question. Number one, we are not sinful for what is happening in Palestine. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Allah does not burden a soul beyond its capacity. So we are not sinful for that. Number two, is there a possibility that the suffering that takes place in the world, now this is not specific to Palestine, but suffering in general and corruption and evil in general, is there an aspect of corruption being as a result of the sins of insan, of humankind? Yes, there is an aspect of that. In that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, ظهر الفساد في البر والبحر, that corruption has been widespread on land and on ocean, بما كسبت أيدي الناس, because of what the hands of people had earned. So there is an aspect of that, but we have no dominion or knowledge about that aspect whatsoever. So there's no point in discussing that. Where there is injustice, where there is oppression, where there is breaking of Allah Ta'ala's laws, those responsible are the perpetrators primarily. And then secondly, those who can do something about it, but they don't. As far as what you've listed and saying that I feel like there's not much we can do besides boycotting, spreading awareness and praying, this is a beautiful action. These are beautiful actions. As long as you do whatever is within your capacity to do, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala recognizes those actions. Remember, the result is not dependent on the effort. The result is dependent upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah Azza wa Jal brings about change as a result of sincerity in the effort and not towards the proportion of the effort. Let me give you some clear examples. When Nabi Musa alayhi salatu wasalam had to save the Bani Israel, and he found himself at what is reported to be the Red Sea, and Fir'aun and his army was behind them and they coming for them. And the Bani Israel are thinking, where did you lead us to? This is, we're going to be destroyed here today. Allah commands Nabi Musa to place his stick in the ocean, and from that the ocean parts ways and the Bani Israel could walk through. Is the action of placing your stick in the ocean proportionate to the result of the ocean parting ways? No ways. There's no proportionality there. This is a sign that because it is divine guidance, Nabi Musa did something, he made some effort, the rest is up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When Sayyida Maryam alayhi salatu wasalam was worshipping Allah in Masjid al-Aqsa al-Mubarak, in the mihrab, Nabi Zakaria would come in, who looked after her, and he would find fruits out of season. And this would be a miracle because she received it directly from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he said, Anna laki hadha? And she said, Min indillah. And then he prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for a son. Allah grants him a son, a child. And yet, when she's in the pangs of labor, wishing that she was a forgotten memory, that she never existed before because of the pain that she was going through, Allah doesn't send down miraculously fruits from the sky. He tells her, وَهُزِّي إِلَيْكِ بِجِذْعِ النَّخْلِ, shake the date palm. تُسَاقِطْ عَلَيْكِ رُطَبًا جَنِيًّا, the dates will fall down and you can have something to eat. She's in the pangs of labor, but Allah still wants her to make some effort. Shake the date palm. Go and shake a date palm and see if you have any effect on a date palm that's, ripe enough to bear fruit. So does this clarify that the effort is not proportionate to the results? No. Allah Azza wa Jal wants us to make effort. He wants us to do our best. But as for the result, that is entirely up to Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one can bring about the salvation of anyone else or the liberation of any other nation. All of this is dependent upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But as for you and I, we must do everything in our power that is lawful in Islam. And bi'idhnillah, we will find success in this particular struggle and in every other avenue of life. And Allah Ta'ala knows best.
La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah.